I want you to throw away absolutely everything you think you know about biology exams. Seriously, too often we look at these test papers as just, I don't know, these scary, rigid exercises in pure memorization. It's boring, right? But today, in this explainer, we're going to completely flip that script. We are taking a standard, everyday quiz on the human circulatory system, and we're transforming it into an epic, high-stakes roadmap. We're going on a literal journey through the human body, riding shotgun with a single drop of blood on its most absolutely crucial mission.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our enigmatic map for today. It's a classic choice question focused on the pathways of blood in the human body. Specifically, we're tackling circulation A. And our ride-along? Well, it starts at a very specific starting line, the right ventricle. Just imagine our protagonist for a second, a single, incredibly hardworking red blood cell, sitting right there in this muscular chamber of the heart, just waiting for the signal to move.
All right, Section 1, exiting the right ventricle. This is where the journey officially begins.
Okay, so the pressure is building, and our depleted little protagonist is about to be launched forward. You can almost feel that fast, energetic thump-thump, thump-thump of a racing heartbeat, right? But to actually leave the starting point, it has to get through security. Which brings us to the very first checkpoint on our roadmap. Prompt A asks, blood leaves the right ventricle through which valve? Think about it for a second. The heart can't just have open hallways everywhere. Otherwise, the blood would just slosh backward. That wouldn't work. It needs a specific mechanical gate. And that gate is the pulmonary valve. This is the crucial one-way doorway that literally slams shut right behind our drop of blood. That slamming action ensures it only moves forward, out of the heart's pumping chamber. It's the grand exit from the right ventricle. And passing through it means there's absolutely no turning back. Moving right along to Section 2, Highway to the Lungs. We are picking up speed now. So, we've cleared the gate, and now our protagonist is merging onto the grand anatomical highway, picking up a ton of speed as it shoots away from the heart. But wait, before we go any further, we kinda need to check our vehicle's status. Prompt B on our map asks, at this point, the quality of the blood is what? Take a quick moment to deduce this. We are leaving the right side of the heart, heading somewhere very specific, which tells us exactly what state our drop of blood is currently in.
It's deoxygenated. Now, our drop of blood isn't having a bad day, and it hasn't failed its mission. It is simply out of gas. It just returned from delivering its payload all over the body, and right now, its oxygen tank is sitting at dead zero. It desperately needs a refill.
So how does it get that refill? Well, it needs a direct route. Prompt C asks us, name the large vessel that carries this blood toward the lungs. What is the specific name of this massive, high-speed highway transporting our totally out-of-gas blood toward its crucial recharge station? And this brilliantly illustrates the function of the pulmonary artery. It is the essential transport vessel rocketing our deoxygenated protagonist away from the heart and directly into the respiratory system. It is literally the only road forward. Okay, Section 3, the oxygen exchange. We have officially reached the destination. Notice how the rapid pulse of the heart fades just a bit here. The massive highway branches off into these smaller, much quieter roads. It's time to take a deep, refreshing breath of fresh air, because this is where the magic actually happens. Which brings us to Prompt D. At the lungs, gas exchange occurs between the pulmonary capillaries and the... What? We know the blood is in the tiny capillary vessels, but what exactly is it interacting with to get that fresh oxygen?
The answer is the alveoli. These are the millions of microscopic, balloon-like air sacs inside your lungs. This is it, the ultimate recharge station. Right here, carbon dioxide is dropped off so you can exhale it, and fresh, life-giving oxygen diffuses right into our drop of blood. Boom! Our protagonist is officially back at 100% battery.
Which smoothly brings us to Section 4, the return trip home. Mission accomplished. The payload is secured, guys, and the energy completely shifts. This isn't some desperate dash for air anymore. No, this is a triumphant, freshly oxygenated cruise back to headquarters. Now, our source document requires us to act as biological detectives for a second to sequence this return trip. Prompt E gives us this jumbled list of structures, pulmonary veins, left atrium, alveoli, and pulmonary capillaries, and asks us to number them in the exact order blood passes through them as it heads home to the heart. Let's move to and see how this builds, step by logical step. First, as we just saw, the oxygen enters through the alveoli. Step 2, it immediately crosses into the surrounding pulmonary capillaries. Step 3, those tiny capillaries merge back into larger highways called the pulmonary veins, which carry this bright red oxygen-rich blood straight back to headquarters. And finally, step 4, it dumps right into the left atrium of the heart, completely ready to be deployed to the rest of the body. And finally, section 5, the final diagnosis, our ultimate conclusion.
So, we've mapped the entire route. We've seen the departure, the refill, and the grand return. Now, Prompt F poses a climactic, super high-stakes question that tests your understanding of everything we just covered together. Circle 1. Is this entire pathway part of pulmonary or systemic circulation?
So the crucial point is understanding the difference between the two. Systemic circulation is the massive loop, right? It takes blood from the heart out to your toes, your brain, your organs, the whole shebang, and then back again. But pulmonary circulation, that is the dedicated, specialized loop going strictly from the heart to the lungs for oxygen and straight back. Because our entire journey today focused exclusively on that lung recharge mission, our final answer is decisively pulmonary.
Just look at the complete journey we've mapped out here from this single test question. In a matter of literal milliseconds, blood drops from the right ventricle, bursts right through the pulmonary valve, rides the pulmonary artery to the lungs, recharges in the alveoli, and coasts down the pulmonary veins right back into the left atrium. It is a continuous, perfectly designed, high-speed circuit. And here is what's truly, actually mind-blowing. This complex, multi-step loop we just decoded, your heart pumps blood through this exact pulmonary pathway roughly 100,000 times every single day. 100,000 times. So I'll leave you with this final thought. If your body is executing this invisible miracle flawlessly every second, without you even having to think about it, what other incredible things is it doing right now just to keep you alive? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. And hey, keep asking questions.